Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got the Elecvos X5 Wi-Fi mini battery-operated smart camera. You can check it out on Amazon at the time of this review for $39.99, and they also have a $5 off coupon at the time of the review, bringing it down to about $35, which is actually a pretty decent price for this really tiny camera. Now it is a 1080p full HD camera. It does have LEDs for night vision as well. We're going to dig into this really quickly, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that you get once you get everything out of the box of the X5. Of course, you're going to get the unit itself. You're going to get a user guide. You're going to get some wet wipes for mounting, and I'll show you the mounting that they have as well. Now, they do have a limited lifetime warranty, so you can go to homvos.com and register your device, which I suggest you definitely do. Now they give you a setup here it's a setup guide. It's got all its specifications. Now I'll leave these up here if you guys have any issues of anything that I may have missed. You can come back and check it out. But you can see it works on a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, not 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Does support micro SD cards up to 128 gigabytes. It's got a built-in 350 milliamp battery for a runtime of constant recording for about 60 minutes. Now, if you just do motion recording, you're going to get a lot more time out of it as well. And you can see that it records in MP4. Video files are 60-minute per file, and it does 1080p at 30 frames per second. So let's take a look at the unit itself. First, the charge cable is a standard USB to micro USB charge cable for recharging that 350 milliamp battery that's in there, or you can leave it charged or plugged in so that it can constantly be recording for you if you want 24-hour recording. They give you a nice little mount here with a magnetic top on it. We'll go over that in just a second. They do give you a reset pin and, of course, the camera itself. This camera is super tiny. There is an on and off switch here. You do get a SD card or micro SD card slot here, which will support up to 128 gigabytes. And of course you have your lens and all your IR LEDs. There are 12 of these that will allow you to see in the dark up to, I believe it is 5 meters in the dark. So you do have that there as well. So a very cool setup, very tiny and compact. On the other side, you're going to have a spot here where you can plug in for your charging. Now they do give you this magnetic holder here with some double-sided 3M tape. You can mount that wherever you want. Your reset pin, of course, as well. So that is an overview of the X5 unboxed. Let's take a look at how we get this set up. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that this is in a paired mode here. You can go to the reset hole, hold that down, and you'll get into a blinking blue light. And then you're going to want to go to the IoT or YI-IoT app, and you're going to get that just by scanning the code on the back of the box or searching for it in the App Store or Google Play. And once you log into it, you can now set here to add your camera, and they give you a couple different ways to do this because they have other cameras that work with this. Obviously this doesn't have a 4G connection. You can do hotspot config to Wi-Fi, network cable connect for other cameras that have those, but we're going to be doing Wi-Fi connection. It's the easiest one to do, and it's not going to have you have to babysit it with your phone like if you were to do it with a hotspot. So this is the first step here. So you'll be waiting 20 seconds till you hear a two-tone sequence. This camera does not have a speaker in it, so you're just going to want to select I heard the beep and then click next. Okay, on the next screen, you're going to want to enter your 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi password here, and then click Next, and this will take you to a screen where you will scan a QR code with the actual camera and upload that information. And here we are. So what we're going to do is use the camera itself to scan the QR code that is on your device, either your iPhone or your Android phone. And again, it's going to say waiting to connect, but since this camera doesn't have a speaker, just give it a good 10 seconds to scan this. You can move the camera closer or far away, and you're going to notice that it will stop beeping the phone itself, and then you'll just click next to continue. Once you get to the congratulations screen, this is where you can name your camera. They've got a few setups here like kitchen, bedroom, living room, office, and if you click any of those, it'll autofill them for you if you would like. But you can name it anything you want as well just by clicking there and naming it whatever you would like. I'm just going to name it Cam, I think, at this point. But you guys can name yours whatever you would like to. Once we get that done, we can go to the next screen, and they're going to tell you about premium cloud service. Now, you don't need this to use the camera, obviously, but it does have some benefits, so you can choose to do so if you want to. You can save to SD card, or you can just use your device like your phone or your tablet and save clips to that as well. But for motion tracking and things like that, you're probably going to want to at least be using an SD card or sign up for cloud storage. Now here's where we can access our camera itself. So let's get into that, and I'll show you guys some of the settings of the app as well. Now you can zoom in and out, pinch to zoom for this, as well as double click to adjust the angle. Now that's only on certain cameras. Obviously this is a fixed angle camera, and we're going to be able to just zoom in and out with our fingers. Now I can't angle this right away, so let me set up the camera and then we'll get into all the things that it can do. Okay, so I'm going to use Dr. Strange, and if you click on the camera icon, you can record video, which I'm doing right now, and I'm doing it in the HD setting, which is 720p. I will have a clip of this in just a few seconds so that you can see the quality, but it will be upscaled to 4K. If you stop, you can share this through messages or whatever you would like to share it through, email, and you can see we can set it from HD to full HD to auto. Full HD will be in 1080p. So this is the HD version, which is 720p. So here is the 720p upscaled to 4K in this YouTube video, and as you can see, it's still pretty decent even for 720p. Of course, if we put it in FHD, it's going to be at 1080p. Again, it would have been upscaled anyway. So overall, for such a tiny camera, it really does have a nice, crisp, clear picture. You can see that there's a few things that we can set here, like movement tracking and a few other things as well. On other cameras, this camera, it does not support the movement tracking. It's just an application that will also support others as well. But you can see even with my pinch to zoom, the image is nice and clear and crisp. Okay, so there's some other functions that we can look at too. You can mute this. It does have a microphone built in. You can take a picture and share that as well. So still pictures, same way as you can do with this. You can do a picture-in-picture on Android. I haven't tested iOS, but the picture-in-picture works pretty good. Allows me to do other things with my phone while I'm doing this. And of course, we can do full screen as well. And again, this gives us a much larger screen here. Still nice, crisp, clean images as well. We will also test the night mode for you so that you guys can see that. And of course, you have all of your settings up here that you'll be able to access in full screen as well. And then we can go into settings for the camera. And there are some things in here that I would probably be interested in using myself. To be honest, you can rename the camera. You can turn it on or off right from the app. You do have camera settings such as image rotation, firmware. There is an Echo Show setup here as well. So if I want to use my Amazon Echo Show to view this camera, I can enable that as well. So again, we can go in and check out our image rotation. The camera microphone, you can turn that on or off if you don't care about having sound. Your time zone, motion tracking, and of course your firmware version and update. Echo Show is a great one. If you do have an Echo Show, you can enable the camera stream here from it, and then you'll be able to use your Echo Show to be able to view your camera, which is a very nice bonus. so that's actually pretty cool as well. SD card recording, again, all-time recording or event recording. I would put this on event recording if you're using it on battery, and then all-time recording if you are going to be having it plugged in. And that's pretty simple and self-explanatory because of the shorter battery life. So you do have motion detection, and you can put it on the frequency and the schedule for the motion detection as well. So overall, there is a lot of really nice features in here, even for this small camera, that you can use. Okay, so the last thing I want to address with this camera is it does have night vision. Now this is in the hallway outside, all the lights off, so it is completely dark, and you can see that we get a good, pretty clean image here in the dark, and that's about, that door at the end of the hallway is about 20 feet away. So not too bad for the night setup here. The night vision works pretty well. You can see it's a little brighter towards the center, but overall it does a pretty good job of keeping things in the night vision. Now if I go and turn this on, we'll see the transition effect from night to regular vision, which is kind of something that I wanted to do. It'll get really white for a second, obviously, as the LEDs click off, and it does take about 5 or so seconds to get back into that regular mode. But you can see no problems with it switching from one to the other and keeping nice crisp, clean picture. No distortion on either sides of the images from the camera. So overall, it just does a pretty decent job for such a compact package to do what it's supposed to do. So there you go. That's my review of the Elecvos X5 HD Mini Spy Camera. You can check it out again on Amazon at the time of this review for $39.99, and they currently, at the time of the review, have a $5 off coupon as well. So that brings about down to about $35. Now for the $35 price point, this surprised me. This camera pretty much does everything that it's advertised. It is Wi-Fi enabled. It does have night vision. The image is solid and crisp. I didn't have any problems with the the app that works with it. It does have a lot of features, including being able to be integrated into Amazon Echo. If you have an Echo Show or something like that, you can view your camera remotely that way. It does have the option for cloud storage, although you don't necessarily need it. You can use up to a 128 gigabyte micro SD card to store your triggered recordings, but overall just a lot of features in a little camera for a nice price. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. If you have any questions or comments about this camera, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Remember to like, and if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so because that always helps me out. And I'll check you guys out on the next video.